So there are loads of options out there, and with Christmas coming up, you guys might be looking for something special to buy from the world of whiskey. So if any of your friends or loved ones are a passionate passionate enthusiast, I've got you covered. Stick around. What's up guys, Jeff coming to you from the 18, and today we're talking about 10 great gift whiskeys for the holidays. Now I have a little bit of everything in here. At the back of this list, we'll be starting with the more expensive options and we'll be working our way up to the more affordable, budget-friendly options at the top of the list. As always, I do have a mystery pour in the glass. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video. I will share with you what that is. Your hint is that this is one of the cheapest 18-year-old single malt scotches on the market today, and it's a Glen. It starts with a Glen. So that's your hint. Good luck guessing, and let's not waste time. Let's jump into this 10 great gift whiskeys for the holidays. In the meantime, if you'll kindly leave a like down below, that'd be greatly appreciated. Okay, starting off strong at the back of this list. This one is pretty obvious. A lot of you will have seen this one coming. I'm going to go with the Glenmorangie Signet. Remember, we are starting with the more expensive whiskeys at the back of this list, and we're going to work our way up to the cheaper stuff. So this one is a premium whiskey. It's an expensive whiskey, but it's fantastic. This stuff is made using roasted malts, so we get like these roasted notes in here: coffee, cocoa, tiramisu, that kind of thing. We have a variety of casks in the mix, although it is quite sherry forward, and I would describe this as a very indulgent whiskey. Also, the packaging here, as you can see, is something else, but it's not one of those whiskeys that's all flash and no substance. The whiskey is every bit as good as the bottle looks, so it comes in at number 10, Glenmorangie Signet. Coming in at number 9, I've got Tamdhu 18, which is one I talk about a lot. It's one of my favorite 18-year-olds, sherried 18-year-olds. It's rich, it's lush, it's very sophisticated. The age and the elegance shine in this one. This stuff is fully Oloroso cask matured. It's fully craft, so it's non-chill filtered. It's natural color. I think the cask selection and management were excellent here. It's a great whiskey. Comes in at number 9, Tamdhu 18. At number 8, I've got one from a brand that enthusiasts hate. It's a Dalmore. It's the Dalmore Cigar Malt, and Dalmore is not super popular among the nerdy whiskey crowd. They're known for chill filtering their whiskey, they're known for coloring their whiskey, and they're just cheeky little rascals. Beyond that, this one is no age stated, and I'll admit it is overpriced in a lot of markets. In my market, this goes for just over $100, which I think is perfectly fair, but I know that in some markets, you're going to see this for over $200 US, and if that's the case, don't buy it. That's too much. Anyway, this one is matured in Amoroso, Oloroso, American White Oak Bourbon casks, Premier Cru Cabernet Sauvignon barriques, and finished in Methusalem Oloroso sherry casks. So they threw a bunch of stuff together for this one, but it works. This comes in at 44% ABV. It is rich, it is indulgent, it is complex, and no, Dalmore isn't paying me. I have started mentioning Dalmore a little bit more recently, and that's just because we sell a whole lot of it at the bar, and it's a really popular brand here, so that occasionally gets brought up, but no, they're not paying me. I'm not on anyone's payroll. And honestly, that's a shame because the bar only opened last month. I'm a new business owner, and I am poor. Get out of here. Anyway, this Dalmore is going to be the most hated whiskey on this list, but I'm edgy like that. I'm a real rebel rouser. Again, don't overpay. Don't pay more than $200 if it's that price in your market, but if you can find it for a good deal, it really is nice whiskey. Comes in at number 8. At number 7, we got a whiskey that is expensive. It came out a few years back, and I loved it from the get-go, but I did feel like it was overpriced. However, we're seeing it more and more on sale these days. Recently, there was a Black Friday event on, I think it was Master Malt or Whiskey Exchange, one of the big ones. And this was like 59 pounds, if I recall correctly. The bottle I'm talking about is the Oban 12 2021 special release. This one's part of the Diageo special release lineup. It's the first time they included Oban in the special release lineup, which is a good thing. The lineup is better for it. This is, in theory, a limited edition whiskey, but in practice, it's going on sale, almost 5 years after its release, so there is that. This has a coastal character that really shines. There's no heavy cask influence that's hogging the spotlight, so it's that core Oban distillate that really comes forward here. And if you like your coastal sort of Western Highland characters, this is probably one of the best examples of that. As far as I'm concerned, this is one of my favorite Diageo special releases of all time. I do think it's that good, so if you can still get your hands on it, if you can find it for a good price, cannot recommend it enough. Oban 12 cask strength from 2021. The Fox one. At number 6, I've got Glenmorangie 18, and I think this one is an unsung hero that needs more love. Yes, it is 43% ABV. It's from a big kind of corporate-y brand. If you don't like that kind of thing, it's probably chill filtered. It's probably colored. I don't care, man. The whiskey is delicious and pretty affordable for an 18-year-old. This is complex. It's mature. It's sophisticated. It's sherried, but it's not too sherried. It's rounded, and it's satisfying. And that's all my adjectives. For me, this one kind of took the place of the Glenlivet 18 when they took away the 43% version and replaced it with a 40% version. Nowadays, it's just not the same, but the Glenmorangie 18 still carrying that torch, and like I said, a bit of an unsung hero because it is affordable and it is delicious. And like I say in pretty much every video I put out these days, 43% just fine with me as long as you get the flavors right, and they do here. So, comes in at number 6, Glenmorangie 18. All right, number 5 is one that not a lot of people talk about as much anymore, and they should because it's still a phenomenal whiskey. It's a sherried cask strength whiskey. It's one of the OG sherry cask strength whiskeys. A lot of you already know what I'm talking about. Aberlour. A lot of you know this one. It is still really good. It has changed over the years, and of course, everyone's going to say the first few batches are the best. That's probably true. I didn't try them, but my first batch was back in 2011, 2012, something like that, and it was the batch 41. Now, I managed to get my hands on batch 41 recently, and I'm not going to lie, it is still a little bit darker, a little bit richer, and yes, a little bit better, but it's not as dramatic of a difference as I thought it would be, and the new ones still hold up. They're still really good. Now, be warned, if you're buying this for someone, it is cask strength and it's very intense. They need to be okay with a whole lot of intensity and a whole lot of sherry. This is a sherry bomb, so dark red fruits, spices, that kind of thing. But I think a lot of enthusiasts out there love a good hit of sherry and they love that intensity. And like I said, it's still a solid offering and the price reasonable. So it comes in at number 5, Aberlour. At number 4, we're getting a whole lot gentler here. We're going to keep that sherry theme going. This is a very rich and lush sherry. We even get a little touch of gentle peat in here. Benromic 15. I've loved this one for years. It is a bit of an all-rounder because you have the peat in there, you have the sherry in there, you have sort of like these classic quintessential Scotch flavors, but it's not an all-rounder that's boring. It still retains its own character, and it's a whiskey that I often describe as very pretty. It's highly recommended. It's very affordable for a 15-year-old. Pick it up if you get the chance. Comes in at number 4, Benromic 15. At number 3, we've got a whiskey that is a blend. In fact, this is the only blend that's going to show up on this list, and that is the Compass Box Nectarosity. This is part of the new Compass Box lineup. I think this came out last year or the year before. It definitely came out at a certain point in time. Either way, this is really good, as you'd expect from the name. There is a citrus element. For me, I get a lot of oranges, really juicy oranges, almost like orange juice in this. There's lemon sponge cake. There's toffee in here. There's a sweetness to this that is sweet but not cloying. Not to mention the fact that Compass Box, very transparent brand, always craft. So this one's going to be 46% non-chill filtered, natural color, and they're actually going to tell us from where they sourced their whiskey. So I respect the brand. I like Nectarosity. I think it is a great addition to the new lineup, and Compass Box in general is just putting out some really great stuff. I love their bottles too, on the more superficial note. Yeah, check it out. Comes in at number 3, Nectarosity. All right, coming in at number 2, we've got a whiskey that has never really been my brand. I don't really love the house style, but I can't deny that it does what it sets out to do perfectly, and that's the Glenalchie 12. Sure, it is very sherry forward, a bit too sherry forward for my taste, but it is well executed. Beyond that, it is craft, so 46% non-chill filtered natural color, and it's affordable. I'm still not a huge fan of the new label design, although I guess it is a step up from the previous one. But yeah, good whiskey, good price, no getting around it. Comes in at number 2, Glenalchie 12. At number 1, I've got Arran 10, which is a whiskey I'm hoping people are not so tired of hearing about anymore. It was not in the Oswas this year. I think they intentionally left it out because it won 3 times in a row. But I know there was some complaints. People didn't want to hear about Arran 10 over and over and over again. But listen, it's still good. It's still affordable. It's still craft. It's still delicious. If what I just said doesn't make any sense to you, the Oswas are the online Scotch Whisky Awards, and this bottle of the Arran 10 won for 3 years straight. And just in general, it has been a very hyped, I don't want to say hyped up, but yeah, it's been a very hyped up whiskey online, in the online space for the last several years, to the point that I think there are some people out there who are kind of tired of hearing about it. But the issue is, that's just because they're tired of hearing about it. It's not because the whiskey is bad by any means. And the thing is, I'm not tired of drinking it. And I probably never will be, as long as they maintain this level of quality, because it is a phenomenal whiskey and it's the cheapest whiskey on this list. At least it is in my market. And the reason I want to put this at number 1 is that I think it has very broad appeal. If you're just getting into whiskey, this is smooth and rounded enough. I know a lot of people don't like the word smooth, but it's smooth and rounded enough that it's very accessible. On the opposite end of that, if you're a whiskey snob, a whiskey nerd, then you're still going to enjoy this because we have a very good quality, rich cask influence here, and we have a really beautiful distillate behind that cask influence. So I think pretty much anyone can like this one. Add to that, like I said, it's craft and it's affordable. If you gift this to someone, I think they'll assume you at least did a bit of research, or on some level you know what you're talking about. It's not like a Glenfiddich 12. No hate on Glenfiddich 12. Anyway, I still consider this to be one of the best bang for buck buys in the whiskey world, and it comes in at number 1. Aaron 10. Alright, that was the list, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think I missed on this list, what you would have included, and more importantly, tell me what you're hoping to get for Christmas. Also, if there's a bottle you want, do you just tell your friends and family what you want, or do you try and drop subtle hints? Personally, I don't do any of that. If there's a bottle I want, I'm not going to tell anyone. I won't be dropping any hints. It's a type of thing where I'd rather be surprised. It makes it a little bit more exciting. All right, finally, if you stuck around for the mystery pour, as I mentioned, this is one of the cheapest 18-year-old single malt scotches on the market today. It's one of the Glens. What I'm drinking is Glenmorangie 18-year-old. Now, I'll be upfront, this is not one of the greatest 18-year-olds on the market, but the bang for buck, especially considering the age statement, is fantastic. Not only that, it's a craft whiskey. Our ABV is what? It's 47.2%, so not bad at all. We have some nice core flavors. It's not too sherry forward. It's a little bit more on the bourbon side of things, and it comes together nicely. So, you know, if you're gifting someone and you want that nice age statement, but you don't want to overspend, great option. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will bring us to the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, if you want to help support the channel, I have Patreon and PayPal. I'll link those down below. This whole channel is me. It's a one-man show, from shooting to scripting to editing and all that stuff. So any little bit of support is greatly appreciated. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.